Their Abiku are OGBANJE. OGBANJE, the child of the underworld, is said to be a child spirit that comes into the world to cause grief to their loved ones, whose memory would live on in the heart of those who had known and loved them, a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of love. OGBANJE was a 12-year-old girl who seemed to have a strange and mysterious presence about her. She was born into a family that had a long history of tragedy and heartache. Her name, OGBANJE, meant child of the underworld in the local dialect, and it seemed to fit her perfectly. From a young age, OGBANJE's family noticed that she was different from other children. She had an ethereal beauty about her, with deep dark eyes that seemed to hold secrets from another world. She had a haunting presence that both intrigued and frightened those around her. But what truly set OGBANJE apart from others was her underlying sense of unease around her, as if her presence brought with it a foreboding sense of doom. As OGBANJE grew older, her family began to notice a pattern. Every few years, she would fall deathly ill, only to miraculously recover and return to full health. Each time she fell ill, her family would be filled with fear and anxiety, knowing that this could be the end of their beloved daughter. But no matter how many times OGBANJE came back from the brink of death, her family knew that her time on the earth was limited. They knew that she was an OGBANJE, a child of the underworld, destined to bring pain and suffering to those around her. I am an OGBANJE, a child born to bring sorrow and despair to those who hold me dear. With each breath I take, I know that my time in this world is fleeting, destined to end in tragedy once again. I first became aware of my existence as an OGBANJE when I was just a young girl of 12. My family, who had always loved me dearly, whispered tales of my mysterious past, of the many times I had come into the world, only to leave it in sorrow. I could see the fear in their eyes as they looked upon me, knowing that my presence brought with it a sense of impending loss. As the years passed, I began to understand the weight of my curse. I would fall ill, my body racked with pain, and my family would watch helplessly as I teetered on the edge of death. But each time, I would miraculously pull through, returning from the brink of the abyss to walk amongst the living once more. With each recovery, the fear in my family's eyes deepened. They knew that my time is limited, that the cycle of death and rebirth would continue until it could no longer be sustained. And as much as they tried to shield me from the truth, I knew deep down that my destiny was to bring pain and suffering to those I loved most. But despite the darkness that surrounded me, I clung to the moment of joy and happiness that I could steal away from the grip of fate. I reveled in the simple pleasure of life, the warmth of the sun on my face, the laughter of my siblings, the love of my parents. I held on to those memories tightly, knowing that they were fleeting but precious nonetheless. As I lay on my deathbed for the 5th time, I could feel the weight of my curse pressing down upon me. I whispered to myself, I am an OGBANJE, a solemn acknowledgement of my fate. Tears streamed down my family's face as they gathered around me, their hearts heavy with grief. But despite the sorrow that enveloped us, my family knew that I was not truly meant for this world, that my soul belonged to another realm beyond their reach. As I took my final breath, closing my eyes, I thought, I am an OGBANJE, a child born to die repeatedly. But in my final moment, I found solace in the love that surrounded me. And as I slipped away into the darkness, I carried within me the memories of this moment of joy and happiness, a glimmer of light in the shadows of my cursed existence.